I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, coming to you from the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival here in Portland, Oregon. And once again, I'm with my dear friend Ken Hite. Now, Ken, you and I met back in the spring at a particular convention, which for legal purposes I'm not allowed to say. But this time around, it's been a much more, well, I'd say relaxed and enjoyable time. We've managed to see many of the sights and indeed spend some time watching some Dracula films.
Indeed we have. We watched the Turkish Dracula, splitting the difference between your time and mine, 1953 classic.
Well, it's meeting a neutral ground, like spies on a bridge.
Exactly.
And
Great fun.
What was your take on this particular Dracula?
Well, I think the Turkish Dracula is interesting as a historical artifact, obviously. I think it's tremendously interesting to see how a film made in a Muslim country depicts Dracula as a Christian invader, but one that is driven away by the power of garlic.
Yes, there was a great deal of garlic used in that film.
It was like an episode of Giada in Italy.
And what is drawing you to Dracula? Why are you being drawn into his hypnotic gaze?
I have taken it upon myself to unredact Bram Stoker's Dracula, to restore the removed British intelligence case documents and other information uncovering the machinations of Operation Edom, and then to expand on that in the Dracula Dossier, a campaign for Night's Black Agents.
So you're sort of a vampiric Snowden, is what you're telling me.
Vampiric Snowden vampire, if you will, because I'm draining the lifeblood from Dracula for my own fell purposes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, while you have me here, do you have any questions?
Well, by an odd coincidence, I figured that since we'd watched Dracula, and you've brought up entirely unprompted my own Dracula work, I thought I'd ask your opinion of Dracula. Do you feel that Dracula is a Gothic masterpiece whose time has passed? Do you feel that it is relevant in this new age of Einstein and space travel that you saw coming? Your own shunned house, of course, takes the vampire myth closer to science fiction. Do you think that the vampire should be post-Richard Matheson, a scientistic vampire? Do you believe the Gothic vampire still has a role?
I think what's truly fascinating about the vampire is how it acts as an almost Rorschach test for any civilization or society. As you say, we get to see what a Muslim country would view of a Dracula type, or we see how the 1920s or the Victorian era, or even this current strange obsession with romantic shirtless vampires deals with the subject matter.
Something of a shirtless age that you live in now.
I think as a diagnostic tool for perhaps looking at the ailments of a decade or an era, Dracula still serves a useful purpose, like a speculum.
Like a speculum, indeed.
Well, Ken, it is always a delight having you here. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.
Thank you.